Come on, man! Come on, man!
Good morning, dummies. Week 10, let's go. Let's go. Week 10, come on, man. Come on, man. Week 10, great games all day long. We got Vandy and Texas coming up at noon. Miami and SMU, Penn State and Ohio State, Navy and North Texas, Duke and Clemson, all that just at noon. Gonna be some great games today. I'm excited to hang out with y'all and watch these college football games on a Saturday in November. Let's go. Let's go. November. Come on, man. November. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. What do we like today? What do we like today on these bets? We did the poll here at the start of the stream for the comment section bet. Hopefully y'all hit one, because last night you missed. So you're due. So we did the first half of the Ohio State-Penn State game, and the comment section voted Ohio State minus 10. Ohio State minus 10. So I put the bet in. Ohio State minus 10 in the first half. That'll be the comment section bet. Hopefully y'all can win me some money today. Hopefully y'all can win me some money today. Decided to go with the old school Georgia sweater today. Big game for Georgia coming up at 3:30. The cocktail party. Georgia and Florida at 3:30. That'll be the Patreon stream today. So most of you are already signed up on the Patreon page, but if for some reason you're not, and you want to be, it's really easy. Click that link right there and get yourself signed up. It's also in the description of the video. Click that link, get yourself signed up for the Patreon. We'll be over there at 3:30 today for all the afternoon games. And yes, we are giving away money again today over there. Yeah, went with the old school Georgia sweater today. Shout out to Elbow Patches. If you don't have elbow patches, what are you doing? Yeah, this is a strong look for me today. But look, Georgia-Florida game, you got to do what you got to do. And before anybody says anything about the watch, I'm going to do the same thing as last week against Ole Miss. I'll change the watch at halftime of the Georgia game. We'll go to the white watch. We'll go to the white G-Shock at halftime when Georgia's losing to Florida. Because that's all Georgia does. Georgia's losing at halftime every week. So we switch watches at halftime. Georgia will come back and win. So that's the plan. That's the plan for today. That, and hopefully win some money betting on these football games. Big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring the game stream today. Download the Sleeper app. The link is in the description down below. And make yourself some money watching college football today. Promo code LOU, L-O-U. Just use the link in the description down below. Make yourself some money watching college football. All right. It's time to get serious. It's time to get serious. Looks like everybody on College Game Day picked Georgia in the Georgia-Florida game. Not really a surprise considering Georgia's really good and Florida's complete and utter dog shit. Yeah. Not surprised there on that. Yeah, all picking Georgia. No real surprise there. No real surprise there. All right, what do we need to do here? What do we need to do? Let's go Vabdu, Texas right here. All right. Come on. There we go. All right, the setup for the noon games. Vanderbilt in Texas. SMU in Miami. Penn State and Ohio State. We'll also be keeping an eye on Navy, North Texas, and Duke, Clemson. All right, how's everybody doing? Brian Gentry, Michael Lynn, Tom DeMay, Sir Bucknut, Vol Don't Lie, Airplane Spotter, Mr. Bass Man, James Cooper, Go for Death, Michael Lynn, Sir Bucknut, Murder Blaze, Fitz Bits, Matt Dummett, Mr. Rogers. I got my elbow patches on, Mr. Rogers. I'm sure you approve. Rory Bowen, what's up, buddy? Zivic HD, Tom DeMay. Why are we timing people out? Stop it. Don't time. Well, I don't know. Why did you time him out? Don't do that again. Yeah, don't do that again. What's up, Justin? Tyler P. Ryan Gentry. Y'all ready for some football today? Arch Manning cleared to play last night, so he will be getting the start today for the Shorthorns at home against Vandy in a must-win game for Texas. Fuck, YouTube TV didn't do anything. You're mad at the wrong people. Vandy is going to curb stop Texas. Watch. Vandy has looked better than Texas every single week this year. I just have a weird feeling that Texas wins this game. YouTube TV is pure dog shit. YouTube TV didn't do anything. You don't even know why you're mad. You're mad at the wrong people. YouTube TV didn't do anything. If Texas wins, refs will be involved. What? You got serious problems when you're already blaming your pick being wrong on the referees. Texas has no running game. In fact, their offense has been dog shit all year pretty much. Outside of the Oklahoma game, Texas really hasn't looked good all year. Yeah, Disney is the one to blame. Disney yanked the channels away from YouTube. YouTube didn't voluntarily cut off Disney channels. Disney yanked them away. What's up, Guardian? If Vandy wins, they're a playoff lock, says Grayson. They still got, what do they have left? Auburn and Tennessee after this? Do you think Texas will throw trash on the field if Vandy wins? No. I think Sark feels like he has to start Arch in case he put the backup in and the backup played good. I thought Arch wasn't playing, or is he? They said last night he was cleared to play, and he's dressed out and on the field, so I assume he's playing. What's up, Justin? All right, I'm ready for some football. I am ready for some football. Oh, that's right, Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky. Empty seats at Texas. It'll probably be filled up by kickoff. I would assume this game sold out. You need to study the alphabet, Ben. How probable is it that Arch gets knocked out of the game? Has he had a history of injury? All right, waiting on these games to kick off. Will Clemson rush the field if Duke beats them today? Yes, Clemson rushes the field after every home loss. I think Clemson's winning, though. I didn't bet that game, but I do think Clemson wins. I took the under in that game. In Duke Clemson, I bet the under. I didn't bet a side in that game, but I think Clemson wins that one. No injury history, but if he takes a good shot and his head hits the ground, well, that could happen to anybody on any play. So his chances of that happening are no greater than any other player. The pay-Lou movement is down bad this week. The bookie's going to get back some of his money this week. I've won 6 weeks in a row, and I've won 7 of the last 8 weeks. But I'm down bad this week. We'd have to go like 8-0 today just to break even. So he's going to get me this week. At least you won the big bet on the baseball game last night. Yeah, and I'm going to do the same thing on Ole Miss today. I'm going to bet big on Ole Miss today. Ohio State is coming on. Yeah, and Vandy and Texas and Miami and SMU and Navy and North Texas and Clemson and Duke. I haven't bet the baseball game tonight, so I don't know who I'm going to take in that one yet. I have no idea. I took the Dodgers last night and it hit, so that was good. All right, Vandy kicks off. It goes out of the back of the end zone. Texas will have the ball first. 1st and 10 on their own 25. You took North Texas? I didn't bet it, but I like Navy. I like Navy plus the points. Navy plus 7. Shelly, it's not generally a good idea to be watching a YouTube video and tell people to go watch a different YouTube video. There goes Texas. Touchdown. First play of the game. Wow. 75-yard touchdown on the first play of the game. Oh, that didn't take long. Ryan Wingo. Short catch, long run. 75-yard touchdown on the first play of the game. Lou, I'm so old I can remember watching college football when Tennessee and Clemson were good. Well, it wasn't that long ago Clemson was good, but it's been a while for Tennessee, yeah. Fire Mike Bobo because Texas threw a hitch pass to the wide receiver. Fire Mike Bobo. Pass looked a bit off, but still within Wingo's grasp. Here comes the extra point. That did not take long. The other two games hadn't even started yet, and Texas is about to be up 7-0 at home over Vabdu. Extra point is up and good. Texas 7, Vandy 0, 14:49 to go in the first quarter. If you joined late, Texas with a 75-yard touchdown pass on the first play of the game. Just one of those quick passes to the wide receiver. Behind the line of scrimmage. Caught the ball 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage on the 20 and ran 80 yards pretty much untouched to the end zone. Wingo with the touchdown catch. Fire Bobo because Texas threw a screen pass to a wide receiver on the first play of the game. Hey, what's up, Cade? Gotta find me a team. I live in North Carolina. Well, Duke's about your best option right now if you're looking to bandwagon. North Carolina and NC State are dog shit. Wake Forest is dog shit. All right, Texas kicking off now. Fair catch called by Vandy at the 4-yard line. 1st and 10, Vandy on the 20. Ohio State will kick things off in Columbus. Penn State will have the ball first. Goes into the end zone, touchback. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Penn State on their own 25 to start things off there. Everybody's dog shit except LSU. LSU is worse than dog shit. LSU is dog shit with a politician running the show. So it's fixing to be dark days for LSU. All right, 1st and 10, Vandy. Texas up 7-0 already. Diego Poverty in a shotgun. Snap. Throws behind the line of scrimmage to a wide receiver. Fire Mike Bobo. Every single play in this Texas Vanderbilt game has been a pass to a wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage. Fire Mike Bobo. Penn State with a huge play on the first play of the game. A 25-yard gain up to midfield. Is that Katron Allen or Nick Singleton? I couldn't tell. Penn State first and 10 at midfield. That might be the best offensive play Penn State's had all year. Third down coming up for Vabdu. Oh, shit. I forgot to put the Miami game on over here. Let's fix that problem immediately. Miami and SMU on over here. SMU will get the ball. Miami went 3 and out and had to punt. SMU will have the ball now. I've got SMU plus 13 in the SMU Miami game. I've got Ohio State minus 10 in the first half of the Penn State game. That's the comment section bet. I've got Texas. Oh, shit. I've got so many bets, it's ridiculous. Ohio State minus 10 in the first half. Texas minus 3. Houston minus 13. Duke, Clemson under 55. And SMU plus 11.5. Those are the bets I have on the noon games. Vandy 1st and 10 now. Diego Poverty in a shotgun motion. Uh-oh, fumble. I don't know who has that. Referee says Texas has it. Vabdu got hit from behind, fumbled. There's a scrum for the ball, but the referee has already signaled Texas ball. Yeah, great start for Texas here. Couldn't have worked out any better. Scored on the first play on offense and now forces a turnover on Vandy's first possession. And they're going to be in business here with great field position. Penn State is going to have to punt after picking up that first down near midfield, looking to pin Ohio State back deep here. They get the punt away. Fair catch called and made around the 11 or 12 yard line by Ohio State. It'll be their first possession now. Nobody watches ACC games. I do. I'm watching one right now. ACC, SEC, Big Ten. Texas may end up winning 100-0. Well, they scored first, so that's what that means. Another pass behind the line of scrimmage for Texas. And another huge play down to the 16-yard line. Boy, they might have to fire Mike Bobo 3 or 4 times today if these teams keep throwing passes behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 5 now for SMU. Miami had the ball and had to punt. This is SMU's first possession. They're on their own 31, 2nd and 5. Jennings in a shotgun, snap. Throws on a wheel route. Caught. All the way down to the Miami 45-yard line. Big play by SMU there on a wheel route up the sideline. Ben Affleck, what's up, buddy? Vandy's averaged 23, bunch of super seniors. Woo, watch the Texas Vandy game. It's on right here in the middle. I got 3 games on. And don't tell me what to do. Ohio State with the ball, 2nd and 14, their first possession. They're on their own 27. Arch Manning in the pocket, overthrew to wide receiver, incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up for Texas. Ohio State picks up about 10 yards on that 2nd down play. It's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up for Ohio State. Thanks for the play-by-play. Fuck YouTube TV and Disney. YouTube TV didn't do anything. Everybody that's mad at YouTube TV, you're mad at the wrong people. YouTube TV didn't do anything. Thank you for the super chat, Sharkzilla. 3rd and 10 for Texas now. They're on the Vabdu 16-yard line. Ohio State pass to Jeremiah Smith, complete into Penn State territory. Whistles before the snap in the Texas game. I think it was a false start, or no, delay a game on Texas. That's going to back them up. ESPN cracking down on the YouTube streaming now. Good. They should have been doing that a long time ago. Fuck YouTube anyway. So many unnecessary long ads. Are you complaining about having to watch an ad on a free streaming service? You know those ads are how people that do YouTube for a living get paid, right? Arch Manning pass complete, overthrown again. 4th and 15, and Texas will have to settle for the field goal after that Vabdu turnover. No, Patreon is totally separate from YouTube. No. YouTube ads are not bad compared to other sites. Here's an idea, buy premium if you don't want the ads. Yeah, just buy, if you don't want to see ads, you can just pay for YouTube premium, but if you're going to watch YouTube for free, YouTube's going to run ads. Arch is a joke. He's pretty bad. He is pretty bad. About a 40-yarder from the left hash is good for Texas, and they're going to take a 10-0 lead over Vabdu with 11.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ohio State with the ball, their first possession of the game. Penn State did pick up a first down, but then had to punt on their first possession. 1st and 10 for Ohio State. They're going to keep it on the ground. Nice gain here. Picks up about 8. 2nd and short coming up now for Ohio State. When does Alabama play? Next week. Name me one quarterback better than Arch Manning. I'll wait. Diego Poverty. Second and 2 for Ohio State. They're in the red zone on the Penn State 25. No score in this one. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. I formation. Old school look here from Ohio State. They're going to keep it on the ground, and they pick up the first down, gain of 4. Uncle Lou, good luck to the Dogs. Hope they beat the Gators just to shut up Octavian. Well, it won't shut up Octavian. I promise it won't shut up Octavian. As soon as Florida loses today, All the Florida fans are going to start talking about how they're going to win next year because they have a new coach. Play action pass from Ohio State, complete inside the 15 and out of bounds right there. It's going to be 2nd and 4 at the 15 for Ohio State. Will Fox and the Big Ten ever move their game to prime time? Fox shows a game in prime time almost every single week. Probably have one tonight unless the World... Well, probably not tonight because the World Series is on, isn't it? Yeah, there's not a primetime game on Fox tonight because I think the World Series is on tonight, but almost every week Fox has a primetime game on. I haven't made a pick in the World Series yet. I won't do that till late. I don't know if I will or not. I might bet it. I don't know. Third and 3 coming up for Ohio State. They're on the 15 of Penn State. 6:20 to go. Snap. Play action. Pass. Slant. Caught. Touchdown. I think that's Jeremiah Smith. Yeah. Touchdown Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith on a slant. 15-yard touchdown catch is going to put Ohio State up 6-0. Extra point coming up. Miami has the ball back now against SMU. Still no score in that one. They're on their own 38. They're going to keep it on the ground here. Picks up about 6 yards out to the 44-yard line. 2nd and about 4 coming up now for Miami. Can you drop the Patreon link? Yeah. There's the link to the Patreon page right there. It's also in the description of the video. We'll be live streaming over at on Patreon at 3:30 today for all the afternoon games. And the giveaway will be at halftime of the Georgia-Florida game. The Patreon giveaway. It'll be at halftime of the Georgia-Florida game. Third down coming up for Miami. 7:45 to go in the first quarter. No score on the road at SMU. This is Miami's first game this year outside the state of Florida. Carson Beck with a quarterback sneak is going to be close. And they say first down Miami. Hit the like button. Yeah, y'all make sure you hit the like button. That's a big help to a live stream. Doesn't take any time or effort or energy on your part, but if you're excited about these college football games today, hit that like button. Got some great games today at all 3 time slots. Really 4, because 10:15 tonight you have Cincinnati and Utah, 2 ranked teams in the Big 12. That's going to be a good one too. 1st and 10, Miami keeps it on the ground right up the middle, 8 yards. They're pushing SMU around here on the line of scrimmage early in that one. All right, Vanderbilt with the ball down 10-0 early on the road at Texas. 11.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10, Vabdu. Poverty in a shotgun. Snap, back to throw. Nowhere to go. Steps up, takes off running, 30. 35, dives forward to the 37 or 38-yard line. Gain of about 12, first down, Vandy. Houston will be down bad if they lose to West Virginia. Yeah, they better not lose to West Virginia. They're losing now. Aren't they at home too, Houston? I think it's a home game for Houston. Yeah, they better not lose that game. They would be down bad. Anybody that loses to West Virginia is down real bad. The only people down more than somebody that loses to West Virginia is anybody that lives in West Virginia. Miami pass complete over the middle, close to a first down. Going to be about a yard short. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. That one still no score. Big 12 is 2-month-old dog water. I love the Big 12. There's exciting games in the Big 12 every week. Another big play from Vandy, but there's a flag down. Played good all the way down to the 27-yard line of Texas, but there's a flag way back where. And this one's probably going to come back from the looks on the faces of the Vandy man. Let's see what the call is. Miami picks up another first down there on 3rd and 1. Ohio State kicking off into the end zone for a touchback in that one. Illegal formation on Vandy. So that was a big play that's going to get wiped away there with that penalty. Still 10-0 Texas up over Vandy. Why is FSU a 10.5 point favorite over Wake Forest? Am I missing something, says Kyle. I said the same thing. I don't know why Florida State would be a 10.5 point favorite over anybody. I haven't bet that game, and I don't know if I will, but if I were to bet it, I would take Wake Forest in the points. There's no way I would bet on Florida State right now. But yeah, I don't get that either, Kyle. 2nd and 14 after the penalty, and now there are whistles again. They blew that play dead before it even started. And what is this now? An official timeout, but for what? For nothing. The referees decided to stop the game for no reason. A lot of that going around in the SEC. There was no penalty. The referees decided just to stop the play for shits and giggles, I guess. Fuck YouTube TV. What'd YouTube TV do? Another great Saturday on the Lou stream. Yeah, there's great games all day today. Honey Like says, got Patreon. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you'll like it. We have a good time over there. Stream every Saturday over on Patreon. Lou, who do you think makes it into college football playoffs, Tennessee or Vandy? Vandy's got a better chance than Tennessee. Tennessee's got more losable games left than Vandy does. Plus, Tennessee's already got 2 losses. Vandy's only got 1. YouTube TV got rid of ESPN and ABC. No, they didn't. That's a lie. You don't have any idea what you're talking about. YouTube did not get rid of Disney. Disney got rid of YouTube TV. Well, you picked a great place to hang out, Brian. We have a great time here. Every Saturday. Disney was trying to charge YouTube TV more money. Yes. The contract came up. YouTube wanted to pay the same amount they had been paying. Disney wanted to charge them a lot more. YouTube said no, so Disney turned off all the channels. Happens all the time. It happened with Fox Sports in August. It happened with NBC in September. It'll happen with ESPN again when some other contract comes up. It happens all the time. 2nd and 4 for Vandy. Handoff right up the middle. Short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now for Vandy. They're down 10-0 to Texas with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Penn State with the ball after Ohio State scored that touchdown. 7-0 to score there. Penn State keeps it on the ground. Might have gained a yard. That's about it. 2nd and 9 coming up now for Penn State. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of that one. What's up, Lou? My Canes can pull through today, says Mio. Yeah, they should be able to beat SMU. I took SMU in the points, but I do think Miami will win the game. If you don't join Lou's Patreon, Billy Napier will be your next head coach. God dang. I can't think of anything worse than that. 3rd and 1, Vandy keeps it on the ground. And I think they're going to be a yard short. Yeah, it's going to be 4th and about half a yard. What do you do here if you're Vandy? Oh, and a holding on Vandy's going to back them up. Wow. So instead of 4th and 6 inches, it's going to be 3rd and 11. Yeah, everybody join the Patreon. We'll be live over there at 3:30 today. Just because you sub to watch the games doesn't mean it's YouTube TV's fault. Yeah, believe me, YouTube TV does not want to lose ESPN. That's the only reason people are even have live TV service anymore is for sports. YouTube TV didn't pull the plug, Disney did. Disney owns Hulu. Disney owns Hulu Live and the ESPN streaming app. Disney wants everybody to cancel YouTube TV and cable and satellite, and they want everybody to be on either Hulu or the ESPN app because they own those two things. So when the contracts come up with all the other TV providers, Disney ups the rate to some ridiculous amount that they know the provider's not going to pay, because they know if we have YouTube TV and we can't watch ESPN, ESPN knows we're going to subscribe to something else where we can watch it. So YouTube TV doesn't have any leverage. I mean, eventually they're going to have to give in and pay ESPN whatever they want. And then they're just going to have to, they'll up the prices on us is what'll happen. ESPN is already the most expensive channel for any TV provider to carry by far. Texas returns the punt from the 5 out to about the 16. 1st and 10, Texas. Up 10-0 over Vandy halfway through the first quarter. Why are we hiding comments? I don't see any hidden comments. CNN is so bad they put it in every airport from free and no one still watches it. How are you watching the Texas game? On the ESPN app. It's $30 a month for the ESPN app on TV. When ESPN went woke, that was a clue. You should have stopped giving them money. Maybe now you'll understand. You give ESPN money every time you watch something on one of their channels. So I don't know why you think other people are doing something you're not doing. SEC Network has the Texas game. Yeah, but SEC Network is owned by Disney. So if you have YouTube TV, you don't have the SEC Network. Yeah, whenever I hear somebody say such and such is woke or somebody is woke, that pretty much tells me they have no idea what they're talking about. And they're just throwing a word around that some podcaster or news host on Fox told them to say. Lou is woke. Yes, at 6 a.m. Since 6 a.m. this morning. All 3 of the games are on a commercial right now. Hippie Lou. Refs have bailed out Texas on 3 plays. No, they haven't. You have Spectrum? Yeah, well, as soon as that contract comes up, you'll be in the same boat that YouTube TV is in now. Is it bad that I'm glad I went back to cable to avoid this mess? Yeah, if you went back to cable just to avoid this, that is bad, because this same thing is going to happen to cable and has been happening to cable for 30 years. Whatever cable provider you have has a contract with ESPN. And when that contract comes up, this same thing is going to happen. Because it's been happening for 30 years. So yeah, that is bad. If you only switch to avoid this happening. Yeah, that is bad because it is going to happen. Happens to DirecTV every year. Yeah, DirecTV, Dish Network, Comcast, Spectrum, YouTube TV, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever TV provider you have, they have a contract with Disney and ESPN. And when that contract comes up, Disney is going to try to make them pay more money. And your TV provider is either going to agree and pay more money and up your rates, or they're going to disagree and not pay more money like YouTube TV did. And then Disney's going to take the channels away. Those are the only two possible outcomes. Hulu with the ESPN app is okay. Yeah, Disney owns Hulu. So if you have Hulu, you'll never lose the Disney-owned channels. If you have Hulu, you'll run into this problem when the Fox Sports contract comes up, when the NBC contract comes up, when the CBS contract comes up, but you won't ever have that problem with any Disney-owned channel like ESPN if you have Hulu, because Disney owns Hulu. Second and 4 for Texas, another big gain, this time on the ground all the way out to midfield. 1st and 10, Texas with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. They're up 10-0. Ohio State still up 7-0 over Penn State. 3:59 to go in the first quarter of that one. Miami scored. I missed it. But Miami's up 7-0 on the road at SMU with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. And SMU's looking at a 4th and 6. Ohio State pass complete, wide open on a skinny post. Gain of about 30. Which one of Ohio State's 9 NFL receivers is that? Ennis that time. Ennis with the catch that time on a seam route right up the middle, right up the hash. Wide open too. Hole in the zone, I think is what they call that. 2nd and 8, Texas comes out on an empty backfield with 5 wide. They're just across midfield, up 10-0 over Vabdu. Manning back to throw. Pass complete. Gain of about 4 or 5. 3rd and short coming up now. Julian saying running for his life, has to throw it away out of bounds. Somebody forgot to block somebody on that one. You deserve a couple bucks, bud, says Tom DeMay. Thank you, Tom. Good to see you in here. Good luck to Notre Dame today, although I don't think they're going to need it, against Boston College. Duke and Clemson are all tied up at 7 for those of you keeping score at home. No, 14-7. I'm sorry. Duke is up 14-7 over Clemson. Long touchdown pass there. Manning in the pocket, complete, 1st down. Inside the 40, 35, 30, down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Texas at the Vabdu 29. Ohio State shotgun on 2nd and 10, moving people around now. 2nd and 10 on the 20. Handoff. Breaks a tackle. Picks up another 1st down. Michigan is DEI for wide receivers. Only qualification you need is have a pulse. Yeah, Michigan does need help. Michigan's wide receiver situation reminds me a lot of Georgia's wide receiver situation in a lot of years. They just don't have anybody that, like if you're a defensive coordinator and you're playing Michigan next week, there's no wide receiver where you have to be like, okay, let's make sure we know where he is. Like that Michigan just doesn't have like that go-to wide receiver. 1st and 10, Texas picks up about 8 yards down to the 10-yard line. They're about to score again. 2nd and 5 for Miami on their own 22. They're up 7-0, coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. A handoff up the middle, picks up the 1st down and then some across the 30 to the 33. 1st and 10, Miami. 2nd and 3 now for Texas on the 11-yard line. Motion, snap, handoff. Close to a 1st down and gets it down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Texas. Ohio State pass complete behind the line of scrimmage to Ennis. Breaks a couple of tackles. down to the 11. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for Ohio State. They're in the red zone. Penn State man, thank you for the super chat. He says, good to see Heartline dial up good plays versus future team. Can't wait to have him and JJ next year. Yeah, you've been saying that for about 3 days, but the problem is you've said a lot of dumb shit in my comment section for really the last 6 months or so. So I don't know how much truth there is to what you're saying now. Arch Manning rolls right, throws, caught, touchdown Texas. It's going to be 17-0 Texas in the first quarter. Vabdu is in a bad way right now. Ohio State picks up a first down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Ohio State. They're up 7-0 in that one. Mike Bobo to Florida for next head coach. Are we just seeing who can say the dumbest thing now? Is it like a contest of who can say the dumbest shit? Is that what we're doing? Where are all those Vandy is going to beat Texas guys? I don't know. Not me. I bet on Texas. I took Texas -3. Extra point is good. Texas 17, Vabdu 0. I thought Vandy was supposed to be good. Vandy is good. I'm calling it now. Texas doesn't hold the lead. Dang. They're going to give up a 17-point lead. I caught myself using Vabdu at work this past week. They were like, what the fuck is Vabdu? I know what you mean, though, because that's how those things stick. Like, I'll see it from one of y'all on one of these streams or something, and then I'll catch myself in like the "Your Season Is Over" video saying it. That's how I got hooked on the Vabdu thing. All 3 games on a commercial right now. Where'd you come up with Vabdu? Somebody just spelled Vandy wrong in the comment section one day. They tried to type Vandy, but they typed Vabdu instead, and it just stuck. That's the same thing with Dubu was root. Huffer Billy Paw, he's in here sometimes. I don't know if he's in here now. He's a Clemson fan. And he texts me. He tried to text me Dabu was right. But he texts me Dubu was root. And that's where that came from. Now of course, now we know Dubu was Newt root. He was wrong. But that's where that came from. Texas hadn't beaten Georgia. Juice Poot was Newt root. There's a lot of things that Juice Poot was Newt root about. Yeah, a lot of things. When is the LSU governor hiring the next coach? Any day now, I guess. What a fucked up situation that is. Whoever they hire, it's not going to work. LSU is going to fuck it up. You get politics. Politics ruins everything it touches. So LSU, whatever they do at LSU, it's doomed to fail. Lou, how are you streaming if you have YouTube TV? I have the ESPN app. And YouTube TV. LSU is a clown show. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You see, I added him to the don't know what they're doing list at the bottom of the screen. I added Jeff Landry to the don't know what they're doing list because he clearly doesn't know what he's doing. Vandy's going to return this kick out to the 15, the 20. Hit and tackled at about the 21 or 22 yard line. 1st and 10 Vandy, but they are in a big hole here on the road at Texas, down 17-0 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Woo Patreon in? That doesn't make any sense. We knew this was coming with this Vandy game. Oh yeah? You bet a lot of money on Texas? I took Texas -3. Pavia throws complete, 1st down across the 35 to the 38. Best play of the day for Vandy. Iowa is making the playoffs. Jim Knowles should have got fired, not Franklin. Jim Knowles is one of the best defensive coordinators on the planet. Blaming Penn State's problems on Jim Knowles when Penn State has had the same problem for 10 years and Knowles has only been there 1 year is one of the dumbest things I've read today. And I've read a lot of dumb shit today. First and 10, Vandy on their own 38. Play action pass. Poverty rolls out to his right. Throws complete across midfield. All the way down to the Texas 40. 3rd and goal for Ohio State now at the 4-yard line. Saying back to throw. Under pressure. Gets rid of it. Oh, nearly intercepted. I don't know why he threw that one. That was not good by Saying there. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off. And on 4th and goal, Ohio State will be kicking a field goal here. Poverty back to throw. Wants to go deep. Incomplete. Try to back shoulder fade down around the 10-yard line. Incomplete. Here comes a 22-yard field goal attempt for Ohio State from the middle of the field. Kick is up and good. 10-0 Ohio State up over Penn State. What's the score of Duke Clemson? Let me look. It was 14-7 Duke. Let's see what it is now. West Virginia's up 14-7 over Houston at the end of the first quarter. That's a potential upset in the making there. Illinois up 7-0 over Rutgers. Duke up 21-7 over Clemson. Still in the first quarter. Unbelievable. Clemson's... God, how did Clemson get this bad this fast? Baylor up 14-0 over UCF. North Texas up 14-0 over Navy. Second quarter of that one. There you go. There's some score updates for you. Second down coming up now for Vabdu. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. They might not get this playoff if they don't hurry. 5 seconds now. Poverty doesn't seem interested in getting the playoff at all. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 17-0 your score after one quarter. Texas all over Vabdu in this one. Lou, who's better, Indiana or Georgia? I think Indiana would be favored over Georgia. What service do you use to watch the games, Lou? I have YouTube TV and the ESPN app. Lou, do you watch Snark? I don't know what that is. So I guess I don't watch it. Georgia's second loss incoming. Today? I hope not. I do think they're going to lose another game. I think they're going to go 10-2, but I hope it's not today. Snark, the YouTuber, I never heard of it. Never saw this early score coming in the Texas game. Yeah, they scored on the first play of the game, Texas did. And then Vandy turned the ball over on their own end of the field right after that. So Texas got 2 quick touchdowns. Uncle Lou up over Florida fans. He already defeated Tennessee fans this season. Well, I'll defeat the Florida fans even if Georgia loses today. Save money on YouTube TV and switch to LouTube TV. Well, I can't show the games, but I can talk to you about them. Lou, Georgia roster is so much better than Indiana. Yeah, games aren't played on paper, buddy. I didn't say Indiana would beat Georgia, but I do think Indiana would be favored. Beck's going to load up his station wagon if they lose to SMU. Indiana is as good as anyone I've seen play. Yeah, me too. Me too. You think Penn State might get shut out? I don't ever predict a shutout. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but I don't ever predict a shutout. They have been shut out in 2 of their last 3. They've only scored 7 points total in their last 3 games. No, that's Wisconsin I'm thinking of. I can't keep track of all the shitty offenses in the Big Ten. Wisconsin, Penn State, Iowa, Rutgers, Maryland, Northwestern. Pretty much 75% of the teams are just dog shit. But I don't ever predict a shutout, though. Miami punting on 4th and 29. Something obviously went wrong on that possession. And the punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. So SMU will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 25. Third and 9 now for Penn State. Hadn't been able to do anything offensively yet. Had one big play, about a 25-yarder on their first possession. A run of about 25 yards. Other than that, they haven't done anything. Back to throw. Complete. Close to a first down. I don't know if he got it or not. He did pick up the first down. 1st and 10, Penn State. Vab doo-doo. Yeah, so far in this one, they're getting worked. They're getting worked. Penn State's QB should be called Junkemeyer. A handoff for Vandy on 1st and 10 goes nowhere. Going to lose about a yard. I am 55 years old and I've been watching college football for 40 years. I'm telling you, A&M is not as good as you think. I don't care how old you are or how long you've been watching football. A&M is good. Boy, Vandy just can't get anything going on offense. Another play for no gain. 3rd and 11 coming up. Want Manny Diaz or James Franklin at FSU? Well, James Franklin would be better than Manny Diaz, I would think. Texas, even if they win, will not make the playoffs. No, they're not making the playoff. They still got to play at Georgia and home against Texas A&M. Oh, is that guy a Texas fan? Is that why he said that about Texas A&M? That would at least make a little bit of sense if he's a Texas fan, and so he just hates Texas A&M, and that's why he thinks they aren't any good. Another play for no gain. Poverty tackled from behind. Vandy's going to go 3 and out and didn't gain a yard. Texas will beat them, and Missouri may get them today. Well, Drake, I know you're 55 years old and been watching college football for over 40 years, but somehow in that 40-year period of time, you didn't manage to figure out that Texas A&M and Missouri aren't playing today. So there's about a 0% chance. In fact, there is a 0% chance that they're losing to Missouri today. I thought Vandy was the best team ever, though. You did? Holy shit. Why would you admit that? Lou is 50, isn't he? No. Texas is to A&M what Alabama is to Georgia. Texas isn't beating Georgia in Athens. Yeah, I don't think they're beating Texas A&M either, although it is a home game for Texas. Vandy is looking like the Jefferson Pilot Sports version today. Shout out to Jefferson Pilot Sports, man, back in the good old days. Hey, Drake Knapp, you're 55 years old and been watching football for over 40 years. You remember Jefferson Pilot Sports from back in the day, Drake Knapp? Man, shout out to Jefferson Pilot Sports. That was back when you had a regional broadcast. The games weren't even televised nationally. It would just depended on what state you lived in. That's what determined what game you got to see. Cristobal will Cristobal. Well, Cristobal will Cristobal. He doesn't Cristobal till the fourth quarter. But here comes SMU with a long field goal attempt here. 54-yarder. It's good if it's long enough. No, hits off the front crossbar. Wow. Another 6 inches and it would have been good. There's a flag down, though. Delay a game. So it wouldn't have counted even if they made it because of the delay of game. But he hit it off the front of the crossbar. So the kick didn't count. 4th and 13. They'll probably punt it now. Yeah, they done sent out the punter now. Don't look now, but Penn State is in the red zone here. Mizzou versus Texas A&M is on Patriot News. Yeah. You don't need YouTube TV to watch the big Missouri-Texas A&M game today. It comes on Patriot News live at 25 o'clock. Mario Cristobal taking a delay of game to punt when in field goal range. I didn't see that. Need Lance and Jasper to return today. He's either dead or in prison, and I'm not sure which. Vandy kicked a field goal, 17-3. That's amazing. Texas with the ball back, 1st and 10. Gain of about 3. Second down coming up now for the Longhorns. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Flag down on that play, though. Houston down bad. Yeah, what is it now? 21-7. Damn. Yeah, you lose to West Virginia, you're in a bad way. Reports coming in, Dabo showed up to the game drunk on box wine. Damn, box wine. Not the box wine. Oh, my God. Give me a Go Gators, Lou. Hold on, I got you one right here. There you go. Found that for you down there. Dabo going for the buyout money? I don't think he's getting fired. Not this year. Ohio State has not allowed a touchdown in the first half all season long. Will they allow one right now? 1st and goal, Penn State. They're on the 9-yard line. Shotgun. Snap. Handoff. Nowhere to go. Might have gained a yard. 2nd and goal from the 8. You seem like you were too good for Piccadilly when you were a kid. My grandparents used to take me to Piccadilly and S&S. Remember S&S? Big play, Texas. All the way down inside the 35 to the 32. 1st and 10 Longhorns. Duke still up 21-7 over Clemson. Clemson's in a bad way. Clemson is in a bad fucking way. Third and goal coming up now for Penn State. Ohio State hadn't given up a first half touchdown all year. Will they give one up now? I don't know. And how come every time Ohio State and Penn State play, the final score is like 17-10? I don't know that either. Don't know that either. What channel is Miami SMU on? ESPN 2, I think. Doesn't it? It tells you on the screen. ESPN. I mean, you're watching me, aren't you? Look right over there where it says Miami SMU. It literally tells you what channel it's on. Sometimes you have to be willing to do some work yourself. Like, you know, open your eyes and actually look at the stream you're watching. SMU with an interception. Now, this was not Carson Beck's fault. The wide receiver bobbled this thing like a hot potato, and it bounced right into the arms of an SMU man. But this is bad news if you're Miami, because Carson Beck never throws one intercept. Penn State scored. Holy fuck. Penn State actually scored. Yeah, the Miami guy should have caught that. He got alligator arms, got scared, thought he was going to get hit. That's not on Carson Beck, but the problem is Carson Beck never throws one interception. So now that he's thrown one, you can expect 2 or 3 more. You can expect 2 or 3 more now. Shout out to the sleeper picks too. Didn't we have Carson Beck to throw an interception on our sleeper picks today? Pretty sure we did. Pretty sure we did. We had Jeremiah Smith anytime touchdown, that already hit. Carson Beck to throw an interception, that already hit. Julian Sayin to throw a touchdown, whatever, that hit. Looking good. Texas just scored again. Texas just scored again. And SMU just scored. We're going to be tied up 7-7, SMU and Miami. The comment section bet is not looking good, though, at all. Not looking good at all for the comment section bet. We did a poll at the beginning of the stream for the first half of the Ohio State-Penn State game, and the comment section took Ohio State -10. Even if Ohio State scores a touchdown, they'll only be up 10. That would be a push. If they don't score a touchdown, it's a loss. If Ohio State can stop the toss sweep, it's GGS. Whatever that means. Like the hat and sweater, Lou. Thank you, Richard Talley. I broke out the old school Georgia sweater today, complete with elbow patches and everything. Look at this dumb shit here with the damn elbow patches. I'm not playing around today. It's Georgia, Florida day. We got to win today. I'm a Dapper Dan man. I'm a Dapper Dan man. Raj. GG is good game. Oh, I don't play games. Yeah, I don't play games. Clemson is looking like trash again. Yeah, it was 21-7. Is it that still? I think it's still 21-7. Houston has scored to cut the lead to 21-14 though. So Houston trying to crawl back into that one. Lou dressed up like a Peaky Blinder. This isn't, I've got a Peaky Blinder suit. This isn't a Peaky Blinder suit. I've got a Peaky Blinder suit. There you go. That's the Peaky Blinders. And we're not to be fucked with either. Penn State has a chance today. They don't have Franklin anymore. Yeah, I disagree. I don't see any way Penn State wins this game. What's the best strip club? I've never been to a strip club in Vegas. Never been. Vandy ain't making the playoffs. Not if they lose 2 more games or not. Look like y'all run Vegas. That's my home away from home, Vegas. I fucking love Vegas. Do you go to Old Vegas or stay on the Strip? I stay on the Strip, but we always do a night or two down on Fremont Street, Old Vegas. But we always stay on the Strip. "20 minutes till your pizza gets there." Why haven't I moved there? My kids are here. My kids are here. Miami with the ball, 1st and 10 after SMU just tied it up at 7. 1st and 10 for the Canes to keep it on the ground. Picks up about 9 out to the 33-yard line. 2nd down coming up now for Miami. Texas now at 24-3 over Vandy. Not even close in that one. Not even close. First and 10, Vandy on their own 40. Poverty in a shotgun. Motion. Snap. Poverty keeps. Only gains a couple of yards. That's it. 2nd down coming up now. Vandy overrated. Yeah, every time somebody loses, they're overrated because they drop in the polls. Carson Beck running for his life, which is never good. That's definitely not his strong suit. Incomplete pass, and they're going to get Miami for a holding call. It's going to back Miami up. Yeah, everybody that loses is overrated. Let me ask you this. Is Texas underrated? Is that what, how come, how do we know if Vandy is overrated or Texas is underrated? Maybe, does this mean Texas is underrated? Yeah, because Texas is going to move up now. So they must have been underrated. Why was Texas preseason number 1? Must have been overrated. Yeah, must have been overrated. I don't know. Vandy picks up a 1st down. Look at that. They're trying real hard now. They just won't give up. 100% effort there from Vandy. Picks up the 1st down. Ohio State 3rd and 5. Sayin running for his life. Escapes pressure. Gets loose. 1st down. Wow. You don't see a lot of that from Sayin, but he did it that time. 2 different Penn State players had a chance to get him down for a sack, but he was able to get away. This looks like Georgia every time they try to sack a quarterback. 1st and 10 for Vabdu. Poverty in the pocket. Has to throw it away, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Miami 3rd and 14 on their own 33. Tied at 7 with SMU. Ohio State picks up another 1st down. 1st and 10 for Ohio State now. 10-7, they have the lead. 4.5 minutes to go in the 1st half. They're right across midfield. 3 wide this time for Ohio State. Sayin in a shotgun. Motion. Snap. Handoff. Not a lot of room. Might have gained 2-3 yards. That's it. 2nd down coming up for Ohio State. 2nd and 7 for Ohio State. We need them to score a touchdown so we don't lose the comment section bet. Play action pass. Saying looks like he wants to go deep. There it is. Has a man. Caught. Touchdown, suck nuts. Carnell Tate caught the ball around the 3 or 4 yard line and dragged a man into the end zone. All right, so we're not going to lose the comment section bet. We're still not winning the comment section bet. It's a push right now. We've got Ohio State minus 10. This is a big extra point. We need this extra point. But at least we won't lose the comment section bet, which is better than normal. Normally the comment section bet loses. So a push is almost like a win, you know. Extra point is good, 17-7. That's a 10-point lead, if my math is right. And we've got Ohio State minus 10 first half. Now maybe Penn State will do something stupid like go 3 and out and give Ohio State the ball back with good field position. And Ohio State can kick a field goal at the end of the first half and we'll get a winner. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Unless Penn State scored. Yeah, but the odds of Penn State scoring on any random possession are about 15%. Pick 6 would be nice. Yeah, let's do it, Father Shuey. Make it happen. You're a praying man, aren't you, Father Shuey? Is there something you can do? Poverty running for his life again. Nowhere to go with the ball. Has to throw it away on 3rd down. It's going to be 4th and about 6. And Vabdu will have to punt it away with 2:26 to go in the first half. Ohio State set to kick it off here with a 10-point lead, 17-7 over Penn State. There's the kick. Fielded at the goal line and returned out to the 5, 10, 15, 20. Hit at the 25 and tackled there. 1st and 10, Penn State at the 25. There's still 3.5 minutes to go, so plenty of time for Ohio State to get the ball back and kick a field goal and go to halftime with a 13-point lead, which would be ideal. It would be ideal. Yeah, that would be ideal. SMU in the ball on their own 21, tied with 7 against Miami. They're back to throw. Jennings scrambles left, still looking downfield, chunks it incomplete. Long pass up near midfield. 4th down, SMU will have to punt it away. This is Miami's first game of the season outside the state of Florida. Unbelievable, but true. Unbelievable, but true. Has Texas hit their stride, or is Vandy overrated? Burgle. Is Texas overrated? I mean, is Vandy overrated or is Texas underrated? You don't know? I don't know either. The comment section is dying to know. It's driving them crazy, not knowing whether Vandy is overrated or Texas is underrated. Now, hey, Berg, Miami and SMU are tied at 7. Miami's rated 10th. SMU is unrated. Do you think SMU should be rated 11th, which would make Miami correctly rated? Or do you think SMU is correctly rated, which means Miami is overrated? Good talk, Berg. Good talk, bud. Well, looks like Ohio State's going to be getting the ball back. Now, the thing about Ohio State is I think they're correctly rated. I have a feeling Ohio State is correctly rated. They're going to be getting the ball back here with 2 minutes to go. I hope Penn State does something stupid like go for it on 4th down. Looks like Ryan Day might be down bad. What's he doing? What's he crying about? Oh shit, never mind, it's 1st down. And they have 2 timeouts left too. Handoff. Damn, I don't think he got in. Nope, they say he did get in. Touchdown Penn State. Comment section down bad. No more comment section bets. Penn State should hire Brian Kelly. They might. They might. I think if Brian Kelly wants another job, somebody will give him one. I don't think it's like a Billy Napier situation where, I mean, Billy Napier is going to be sweeping floors somewhere this time next year. Somebody might actually hire Brian Kelly. (17-14). Unbeatable Ohio State with a 3-point lead at home against lowly Penn State. Dang. Ohio State must be overrated. They're rated 1. They should probably be rated 2. That makes them overrated. Penn State's gonna, or Ohio State's gonna return this kick for a touchdown. That's what's gonna happen. Or they're not gonna do anything at all and let it hit in the end zone. Hail Mary at the end of the first half goes incomplete in the Vandy game. 24-10. Texas with a 14-point lead at home over Vandy at halftime. 1 minute to go in the first half. Miami and SMU all tied at 7. SMU with the ball on their own 15. 20 seconds left in the Ohio State-Penn State first half. Jennings is going to get sacked all the way back at the 6-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 1,000,000 now for SMU. They'll be punting out of their own end zone in that. Got to get rid of the ball, dummy. Ohio State takes a knee, and that's it. Halftime score, 17-14. Dang. Dang. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. Anybody still in here? I'm uploading the halftime video, so I'll be back on in a minute. But I want to discuss this amongst yourselves, and then I'll be back in a minute after the halftime video uploads. But how come nobody knows anybody that's in the Space Force? Discuss that down below, and I'll be back in a minute. I mean, don't we all know people in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard? I do. Don't know anybody in the Space Force. Don't know anybody that even knows anybody that's in the Space Force. Why? No, they don't have to become an. That's like saying everybody in the Air Force has to fly an F-16. I mean, there's people in the Air Force that sweep floors and cook dinner. So where are those people in the Space Force? Where's anybody in the Space Force? All right, Ohio State came out slinging to start the third quarter, a bomb down the middle of the field to, I think, Carnell Tate down inside the 5-yard line, and Ohio State's going to have first and goal. First and goal at the 4. A handoff down to the 1. Now third and goal from the 1. I formation this time for Ohio State. Old school football. Off left tackle, touchdown. C.J. Donaldson with the score for Ohio State. They're going to extend the lead 23-14. The extra point will make it 24. What do I think about Mississippi State and Arkansas? I think it's two bad teams. Extra point is good, 24-14. That didn't take long for Ohio State there at the start of the third quarter. The one time I bet against Arch Manning, he turned into Peyton Manning. I actually took Texas today. Let's get an update on the betting situation. We missed the comment section bet. Y'all had Ohio State -10 in the first half. That didn't hit. So we lost that one. We've got Texas -3. Houston -13. That one's not looking good either. They're tied at 21 with West Virginia. SMU +11.5. We're still alive on that one. I wonder what the, let's see what the live line is for West Virginia and Houston. West Virginia and Houston. The live line is Houston -5.5. I'm going to bet that. Houston -5.5. Processing. Odds have changed. What did it change to? Oh, Houston. West Virginia must have the ball. Let's see. West Virginia kicked a field goal. They're now up 24-21. All right, let's see. Well, it won't let me bet it. All right, well, we're not going to bet Houston then. Shout out to you, Lou. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Brett Brown. Good to see you in here today, buddy. Good to see you in here today. How are you Ohio State fans feeling about this performance against Penn State? Maybe they turn it on in the second half. So far, so good for Ohio State in the second half, but I don't know, kind of alarming in the first half to me. We'll see if they can get it together in the second half. I can't to beat UGA. I can't till you can type complete sentences. I gave a feeling the Penn State versus Ohio State game balloons to 38-14 really soon. Well, the live line on that game is Ohio State minus 17.5. So Vegas agrees with you. Vegas agrees with you. It would take a miracle to not have a losing week this week because I'm so down already this week. UJ fans want to be Texas so bad. Why? Hey, I appreciate that, Free American. Yeah. The way that Patreon stream works is at 3:30, I will post a link over on that Patreon page, and you just click that link, and it'll take you to the live stream, and we'll hang out and watch all the 3:30 games. But I really appreciate that. Ohio State done fucking around. Yeah, I mean, they came out and scored right away. We'll see what they can do defensively here. They hadn't given up a first half touchdown all year, and they gave up 2 to Penn State. That's weird. I don't know who would have thought that. Of course, that turnover at the end of the half didn't help. Lou, come coach the Noles. That's a good idea, I'm not going to lie, but I don't have time. I just don't have time. 1st and 10 for Penn State. Let's see if this Ohio State defense can tighten up here in the second half. Pass complete behind the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards. Arch playing his best game this season. Vabdu is cooked. SMU fumble, yep. LouTube is more important than coaching a trash can program. That's a fair point. That's a fair point for sure. That is a fair point for sure. It's Patreon free. It's $10 a month. There you go. There's the link to the Patreon page. Lou looked at moron shorthorn guy is back. It only took them to have a lead all year versus Vandy to return. It looks like they overturned that fumble. Gave the ball back to SMU. 10-7, Miami with a 3-point lead. Miami kicked a field goal at the very end of the first half to take that 3-point lead. Second and 10 for SMU. Jennings, shotgun, play action. Scrambles. Out to the right. Throws. What a catch. Complete downfield to the 36. Wow. Wide receiver had to go up and get that one, but he came down with it. 3rd down now for Penn State. Who's taking the LSU and Florida jobs? I have no idea, buddy. I have no idea. SMU goes deep. Caught across midfield to the 44 or 43 of Miami. Wow, pretty good coverage, but the guy just made a good play on the ball. Tight end comes down with it. Big play for SMU there. 10-7. Miami protecting a 3-point lead here. Second half just underway. Another pass complete. Makes the first man miss inside the 30. Out of bounds at the 26. Another first down for SMU. They're on a roll now. What's up, Mason? I took Florida getting 7.5. Pay me, says Larry Trowicki. I didn't bet the game. If I was, you might would have should have bet Florida in the first half. I think that's more likely to hit. Florida plus whatever it is, 3 or 4 in the first half might be a better bet than the Florida plus 7.5 for the whole game. Georgia could pull away in the second half. That's what normally happens. Jennings back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now wants to run. Nope, he's going to throw it. He might have been past the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 1st and goal SMU at the 5. But, boy, Jennings was awfully close to that line of scrimmage when he threw the ball. Are they going to look at it? He was real close. They're not stopping the play. They're spotting the ball. There it is. They're not going to look at it. That was really, really close to being past the line of scrimmage, but they've done run another play now, so it's too late to do anything about it. But boy, that was close. Woo, boy. That SMU might have got lucky there. I think that quarterback might have been past the line of scrimmage. That was really close. But they hurried up and ran another play before they could stop it and look at it, so it doesn't matter now. 2nd and goal for SMU. A touchdown would give them the lead here at home against Miami. Jennings in a shotgun. Snap. Scrambles to the left. Wants to run. Touchdown. SMU. They're going to take the lead in the second half over Miami. Miami might be in a bad way. They might be down bad, too. This is what happens when you don't leave your own state for the first 2 months of the season. You get out to Texas and you might as well be in Cambodia. You don't know where the fuck you're at or what to do. Dang. Dang. And it's not even the fourth quarter yet, which is when Mario Cristobal normally starts fucking everything up. I'm sure poverty will still run his fat fucking mouth even if they lose. Second half underway between Duke and Clemson. They're all tied at 28. See what these lines are now, the live lines. Georgia will beat Florida by 3 scores. I hope you're right. I'd love to not have to stress out during that game. Nothing would make me happier. North Texas up 24-17 over Navy. Illinois running away from Rutgers now, 28-6. Arizona State's beating Iowa State without Sam Levitt. 17-10. Everything is Bobo's fault. Good luck to your dogs. I just hope my Gators keep it respectable. Keep up the great work. Hey, thanks, Zach. Good to see you in here, buddy. It'll definitely be a good game in the first half. It may be a good game the entire time. I don't know, but it's almost definitely going to be a good game in the first half because every Georgia game is close in the first half, it seems like. Is Ohio State soft? No, they have the #1 defense in the country. Have to pull for the Georgia Burgle Dogs today. Burgle, they're pulling for you, bud. They're pulling for you, Berg. They said pull for the Burgle Dogs today. What happened here? We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it, Berg. I fixed it. I fixed it, dude. They take your big napper. Yeah, you take your big nap, Berg. Take your napper, dude. I wonder if Indiana will move up if they give another dominant performance. I doubt it. I doubt it. Bobo needs to open back up the government. Yeah, everything's Bobo's fault, according to Georgia fans. Poverty back to throw on 2nd and 15. Dumps it off underneath. Caught. Inside the 20, tackled around the 19. Third down coming up for Vandy now. Texas won't beat Bama this year. They don't play. Do you know, Drake, you came in here acting like you were some college football genius because you're 55 years old, you said. And then everything you've said since then leads people to believe you don't know anything at all about college football. Because you keep talking about games that aren't being played. You said Missouri was beating Texas A&M today. They're not playing today. Now you're talking about the Texas-Bama game. They don't play, buddy. They don't play. I get the pretending to know everything online shtick that you got going there. But it's hard to trick people into believing you really know everything when you keep typing things that are knowingly false. You know what I'm saying? Touchdown Miami. They're going to retake the lead. A 1st and goal touchdown pass in the corner of the end zone. Makes it 16-14. The extra point will make it 17. Come on, Drake. Do better, buddy. You got to do better, bud.
5-star dummy.
Please win Nebraska. I think that could be a good game. I'm going to go with Southern Cal in that one, I think. But it could be a good game. Julian saying is the next Tom Brady. What does that mean? He's going to have a pretty average college career, not win anything at all, and then win 6 or 7 Super Bowls? That's kind of a weird flex to make. Will Lagway be benched if he struggles today? No. No. Tennessee or Oklahoma? I think I'm going to go with Tennessee in that one. Houston's still down 24-21 at home against West Virginia. That would be an upset there, a big upset. Poverty needs to prioritize LinkedIn from now on. Well, he's done hitched his wagon to fucking Johnny Manziel, so who knows what the fuck he'll get into after his playing days are over at Vandy, but we know it won't have anything to do with the NFL. That's for sure. That is faux show. Thank you, Caleb, for the super chat, buddy. There isn't a more accurate passer than saying out there, I don't care. I'm not betting the Louisville game either way. Justice Haynes has a broken foot. Michigan is cooked. If Justice Haynes is out for the rest of the year, Michigan can hang it up. He's the only thing they have on offense. Penn State returns to kick out of the end zone. Tackled short of the 20, around the 17. 31-14. Ohio State has scored 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter, and they're pulling away now. Might turn that game off and turn the Clemson-Duke game on. I don't know who Jordan Marshall is. Texas Longhorn isn't even a Texas fan. He's just trolling. Yeah, he's just a low-level elementary troll. There's not even any sense in paying attention to anything he attempts to type. Get off Ohio State, Dick. They have played nobody. So you don't think Ohio State's any good? You're fucking retarded if you don't think Ohio State is any good. You're dumber than a bag of bricks, buddy. What do you need to see Ohio State play? What, the 85 Bears to know it? How football dumb do you have to be to not be able to tell that Ohio State is good because you don't think they've played anybody good? You have to be dumb as shit. Ohio State is clearly good. Just had the same convo with Rocky. He said they were shit and soft. Oh boy. SMU just dropped a pass, and if the guy would have caught it, he'd still be running. Instead, it's 4th and 5, and they're going to have to kick it away. They're still down 17-14. Boy, that was a missed opportunity there from SMU. Texas on the ground is going to pick up a first down inside the 35-yard line of Vabdu. They're driving again up 31-10. Boy, some of these games are turning into blowouts now. Why are you going to Carowinds on a Saturday during football season? You know they're open on other days of the week, right? Carowinds is an amusement park like Six Flags in Charlotte. I work during the week. Well, they're open in the summer and other times too when there's not college football on. I think that's poor decision making. I am blocking the trolls like Texas Longhorns. That's a good idea, buddy. You do that. If you're going to block the trolls on this channel, you're going to be busy though. You got a lot of work to do. When we win, that will be the most watched Uncle Lou's show. Georgia is charming. You're a Miami fan, buddy. Texas isn't getting into the playoffs. No, they're not. They're not. They're probably going 8-4. Texas is. How much longer do you think Mark Stoops lasts at Kentucky? Thank you for the super chat, Nona Gray. As long as it takes for Kentucky to come up with the buyout money. The minute they can afford to fire him, they will. UCF in a real bad way. They've been in a bad way for a long time. Bobo better come out swinging today, first quarter, no slow start. Or else what? Fire Bobo again? Georgia leads the SEC in scoring. Any criticism of Georgia that doesn't start with the defense is a waste of time. Does Georgia actually lead the SEC in scoring? In conference games, yes. Yeah, Penn State gave it all they had for one half, but they're out of juice now. 3rd and 10 on their own 31. Back to throw. Blitz. They get to him. Sacked all the way back at the 20. 4th and oblivion, and Penn State will have to kick it away. Saltwater tears from who? Houston was random. They were never a great team. No, they weren't a great team. They're good. I mean, you don't go 7-1 if you're not good. What is wrong with Vanderbilt? They're getting the shit beat out of them. That's what's wrong with them. Who is this Makama troll? He's a Miami troll that has like 40 accounts. You just ignore him. He's like 11 or 12 years old. Both teams play in the weather. Blaming the weather is just coping. Yeah, people that blame the weather are idiots. Do these trolls got nothing else to do? No, they don't. How was work? Michigan is a team you don't tell your grandma you pull for because she'll disapprove. Damn. Miami's still up 3. 6:20 to go in the third quarter. 17-14. Miami's got the ball just across midfield. I have no idea who's winning the Natty. Uncle Lou does. I don't know. I don't know who's winning the Natty. Lou, when do you claim your first Social Security check? I don't know. Don't you have to be 60 something? I don't think this year's Buckeye lineup cares about what's happened the last 4 years. They appear to be willing to do what it takes to win. Disney is winning the Natty. Yeah. Arch has played a hell of a game. Yeah, Texas has looked good today. Let's see what Arch's numbers are. Arch Manning, 23 of 30, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Maybe getting knocked out last week knocked some sense into him, maybe. Maybe. Second and 9 for Miami. They're on the SMU 37. They're up 3, 17-14. Handoff. Gains about 5. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Coming up 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4 coming up for Miami. Vanderbilt looks overrated today. Does Texas look underrated? What about Miami? How do they look? Ohio State was overrated in the first half, but now they appear to be rated correctly in the second half. How is everyone watching the games? YouTube TV and the ESPN app. Oh, I'm sure I'll go to another game at some point. What are your thoughts on the Georgia-Florida game where Georgia players rushed the field? Oh, you talking about way back when, almost 20 years ago, the Mark Richt thing? Yeah, actually, like Georgia needed to do something to swing that thing around. Georgia 45, Florida 14, damn. Well, you're 55 years old and been watching football for 40 plus years, so if you say that, I believe you. If you're relying on streaming services to watch games, you're beyond help. Don't most people watch TV on streaming services now? I guess there's a few old people around who still have cable or satellite. Is your friend from Omaha a Nebraska fan? Yeah. Georgia will blow out Florida today, Lou. Cable is way better than streaming. Sucks to be on YouTube TV right now. ESPN's been yanked off of cable 25 times over the years, and satellite. It has nothing. The YouTube TV Disney dispute has nothing to do with streaming. This has been happening. That's been happening on cable and satellite TV since before streaming even existed. And it'll continue to happen on every streaming service and every cable and satellite service every time the contract comes up. What do you think about what's going on with LSU with the governor of Louisiana? It's retarded. It's absolutely retarded, and it's going to cost LSU. It's going to cost them. Makama, you're watching on cable because when your parents kicked you out, you moved in with your grandma, and she still has cable. That's why you watch on cable. Can't wait for Clemson to meet at the Paw. Yeah, well, win or lose, Win or lose, Clemson fans will be rushing the field at the end of the game. That much we know for sure, because they do it every damn time. Literally every damn time. Tied at 35 with Duke. Still a minute to go in the third quarter. They might really score 100 in that game. Network still broadcast over the air. Yeah, you can watch ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox with a HD antenna. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to mount an antenna. The internet service you have has nothing to do with the lag. The signals are sent out in order from the channels. So cable gets it first, then satellite, then the streaming services. Imagine relying on streaming services. You spend 90% of your day watching other people stream. What are you on and on about being anti-streaming? You spend 90% of your day watching other people stream. Clemson students rush the field when they get an F in class, says Brian Gentry. Yeah, Clemson rushes the field. Clemson fans rush the field after every game, win or lose. It's pitiful, but they do it. When will YouTube TV get ESPN back? When they pay the money ESPN's demanding that they pay. CBS sports games are closed down constantly on YouTube for copyright. It's illegal to stream a game on YouTube. We're not talking about YouTube. We're talking about YouTube TV. Will Vandy score again? Maybe. I mean, they're down there close now around the 35, but hell, it's 34-10 with 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, so it's just about too late now. Miami's still up by 3, 17-14. SMU's got the ball on their own 30, 2nd and 10, pass complete behind the line, makes the first guy miss, gets upfield across the 40 for a first down to the 41. 1st and 10 SMU. Will Texas rush the field after the game today? I don't know, Drake. You're 55 years old and been watching football for 40 plus years. What do you think? I'm going to guess no, but I'm not 55 and I haven't been watching for 40 plus years. Well, I have been watching for 40 plus years, but I'm not 55. Poverty takes off running this time. Short gain of about 5 or 6 yards. 3rd and long coming up now. Tyler Jarrett is literally a 5-star dummy. That's why I blocked his dumbass. I don't even know who Tyler Jarrett is. I might do what Lou did and just get the ESPN app. Lou, are you dressed as a paper boy for Halloween? No. He was talking to me. Oh, you're Tyler Jarrett? Going to be a huge exodus from YouTube TV if this contract conflict isn't resolved. Yeah, the only reason people have TV anymore is sports and news. We not Clemson. We actually use the transfer portal and have running backs. What are you over there yipping about? First and 10, Vandy on the Texas 25. Poverty scrambles to the right, wants to run. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Vabdu. And then Pavia threw the football at a Texas player. So he'll get a penalty for that, 15 yards. Poverty is writing checks that Vandy can't fucking cash. You're getting blown out, you score a touchdown, and then throw the ball at a Texas player because you're a fucking deadbeat. Ohio State wins today, but we will win in January when Harline is our head coach, says Penn State man. Good luck hiring Harline. SMU's putting together a good-looking drive here. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. 17-14 is the score. They're down 3. 2nd and 8 inside the 30. Handoff. Short gain, maybe a yard or two. It's going to be 3rd and long now coming up for SMU. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. There you go, Drake. Now, see, that makes sense, Drake. A lot of weird shit does happen at Jordan-Hare. Vandy's starting to get a little too big for their britches out here in this game. Doing all kinds of dumb shit now. 10:05 to go. Vabdu's going to go for 2, it looks like here. Because why not make it 34-18? Poverty under center. Another big play by Ohio State, too, down inside the 15. Poverty throws, deflected, incomplete. 34-16, the score. Poverty's going to get his ass whipped. What is he, 5'5"? Take your dumb ass back over to the sideline, man. What the fuck are you doing? Dummy. SMU tied it up with a field goal, 17-17, with 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Who do we think's going to win that game? Who do we think's going to win that game? The live line is Miami minus 3.5. SMU plus 3.5. Houston still losing to West Virginia, 31-28. Start of the fourth quarter in that one. Let's check in on that Clemson-Duke game. Clemson has taken the lead, 38-35 over the Dukies at the end of the third quarter. Don't look now, but Clemson might pull off a big one. Clemson might pull off a big one. West Virginia just scored again. I hadn't updated yet on my end. Storm the field, Clemson. They will storm the field if they win, and they will storm the field if they lose. They'll do it either way. They'll do it either way. Mr. Super Chat. Happy Halloween, woo. Thank you, Ezra. Happy Halloween to you too, buddy. Rudy Wins Big Bowl says Makama listens to the games on his radio. I don't think he's not old enough to know how to work a radio. He's literally like 11 or 12 years old. I'm serious. He's got like 40 accounts. What a crazy one-handed grab by Jeremiah Smith for a touchdown. I missed it, but that doesn't surprise me. Who's on first? No, who's on second? Yeah, what's on second? No, what's on first? Who's on second? Lou Watt Smith's touchdown catch. I'll watch it if they show it, but it's a commercial. The Florida fader is going perfectly. Will Georgia pull off the upset against Florida? That's impossible. They're favored by 7.5. Maybe you don't know the definition of what an upset is. Those laxative must have hit last night. Oh, Jolish? Yeah. Markham is at shortstop. No, Markham is at short bus. Cincinnati beats Utah. That's going to be a good game tonight. Cincinnati and Utah. That's a late game too, 10-15. It's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. Florida fans will start talking basketball tomorrow. They did win the Natty in basketball, didn't they? Jeremiah Smith getting the Heisman. You know what's funny is when trolls comment on the wrong account and then log into their other account to leave the same comment, you know? They forgot which account they were on. Man, I think they need to separate QBs from the Heisman race and have a QB race and the rest for the Heisman. Well, QB didn't win it last year. Where's the Georgia game going to be shown? It's on ABC at 3:30. What time is it now? Almost 3 o'clock now. Yeah, outside of this Miami SMU game, there's not a whole lot of good games on right now. tied it up with Clemson. Yeah. (17-17) with 14 and a half minutes to go in the game. Miami and SMU. SMU tied it up with a field goal. Miami's now got the ball on their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Carson Beck shotgun's going to hand it off. Picks up about 7 or 8 yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 3, it looks like. I guarantee Tennessee will beat Vandy. Yeah, home game for Tennessee. They'll probably be a favorite. Is this a must-win game for Miami? I think it is, yeah. This feels like a game that Mario fucks something up and loses. Yeah, you have to be nervous if you're a Miami fan anytime you're in the 4th quarter and it's close, because Mario Cristobal just has a way of screwing shit up in the 4th quarter. 3rd down coming up for Miami. Texas defense looks good today. Yeah, Texas looks good today overall. Yeah. The first play of the game for Texas was a touchdown, and that's, I mean, oh boy. Ohio State, Caleb Downs is out. Caleb Downs is getting thrown out of the game. Who does Ohio State play next? Because Caleb Downs is going to be out for the first half of the next game. I mean, this is a big no-no here. And he knows better, too. What are you doing? Lowered your helmet. What are you doing, man? That's the exact kind of play targeting was invented to get out of the game. Holy shit, man. He's gone. That's not good there. And I mean, they don't even need to review that. I mean, that's obvious as shit. Hey, Lou, Clemson, no Final Fours, and SC has one. You talking about basketball? I don't know. I'll have to take your word for it. I have no idea. No idea. That was bad by Caleb Downs right there. You can't do that. And I mean, plus, he didn't need to hit him at all. The ball was uncatchable, 10 foot over his head. Just step out of the way, man. What are you doing? He did it all. Led with his head, hit him in the head, launched, feet off the ground. Defenseless receiver. I mean, that checks every single targeting box on the planet. What are you doing, man? Not good. Not good there from Caleb Downs. One of the best players in football, but that wasn't smart there. That was not smart. Yeah, you got to know better than that. 3rd and 6 for Texas. Going deep. Did he catch that? What a fucking catch if he did. What a catch. Wow. Unbelievable catch there from Texas. 2nd and 3 for Miami now. They are in the red zone. They're going to hand it off. Short of the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and about 2. Oh, no. It hit the ground. They're going to overturn that on review. They're going to overturn that on review. How is Caleb Downs still in the game? You got to be kidding me. They overturned that targeting? Oh, my God. And then in some other game, there'll be a clean hit and they'll call it targeting. What the fuck? That's the most obvious example of targeting I've ever seen. I can't believe that shit. I mean, I don't think the players should be thrown out of the game for targeting anyway. But holy shit, man. That was the most obvious case of targeting I've ever seen. I don't understand that call there. But that's the thing. I don't know what targeting is anymore. I don't know what a catch is anymore. I don't know what pass interference is anymore. Miami field goal is good. Miami retakes the lead 20-17. 9:34 to go, though. Still plenty of time for Mario Cristobal to fuck something up in the fourth quarter. Yeah, the refereeing's bad everywhere. This isn't anything specific to Ohio State or the Big Ten. I just think that was the wrong call. But yeah, the refereeing's bad everywhere. How did Bobo miss that targeting call? Boy, everything's Bobo's fault. Boy, I tell you what, these Georgia fans are blaming Bobo for the YouTube Disney debate, aren't they? Georgia fans jump up off the couch, hit their shin on the coffee table, and blame Bobo. Damn. There was even Ohio State fans in the chat when they were reviewing the play saying, yeah, that was targeting. You can't do that. And then they overturned it. I can't believe that was so obviously targeting. Bobo shot JR, is what I heard from a Georgia fan. What I heard. Hey, Drake, you know JR, don't you? You're 55, ain't you? You know who JR is. J.R. Ewing. Bobo shot President Lincoln. Damn. Oh, shit. This is so much better than when y'all are doing that low-level elementary trolling. This is actually fun now. Biggs Mike says, it's Bobo's fault we can't recruit wide receivers at Michigan. Yeah. Yeah, Bobo's so bad, he's fucking up other schools now. It's not just Georgia. And now, of course, Caleb Downs, who shouldn't even be in the game anymore, intercepts a pass in the end zone. Refs won their sleeper on Downs. Damn, man. Bobo's the reason Dabo won't get people out of the portal. All right, let's see what Miami can do here. They're kicking off. They just kicked the field goal. They're now up 20-17. Kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone. I think he kicked a field goal on that kickoff, honestly. 20-17. Miami with a 3-point lead, 9.5 minutes to go. Oh, man. Clemson back up on top over Duke, 45-38. Oh, man. Bobo. What are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? Bobo. All right, what are we betting on these 3:30 games? Let's see. Texas Tech only a 7-point favorite over Kansas State? What? Why? Why is Texas Tech only a 7-point favorite over Kansas State? I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. Because people overhyped Texas Tech. If they were overhyped, they would be more than a 7-point favorite, wouldn't they? They beat everybody they've played by 24 points or more. Starting QB is out. No, they said he's playing. Said he's playing. Poverty going deep. Uh-oh, wide open. Gonna walk into the end zone. Touchdown. Vandy just won't give up, will they? Vandy just won't go away. Trying real hard all the way to the end. Bobo blew that coverage and the wide receiver was wide open. SMU down in the red zone already. That didn't take long. They're down to the Miami 22 here. Third down coming up for SMU on the Miami 22. 3rd and 3. Jennings shotgun, snap, play action, complete, first down at the 15. 1st and 10 SMU at the Miami 15. Houston's going to lose. Are they still losing? Oh, they're getting blown out. Houston's in a bad way. Houston is in a bad way. All right, what else at 3:30? Virginia at Cal. Cal favored by 6. Virginia favored by 6. I don't care what the records are on November 29th. It's any one game. Ohio State versus Michigan. Well, that's true. It is anyone's game, but the problem is, recently it's mainly been Michigan's game. 2019 was a while ago. Bobo ratted out Connor Stallion, says Caleb Sanderson. I knew it. I knew it. Third and 11 for SMU. Down 3. 7:01 to go. They're on the 15 of Miami. Jennings back to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball. Caught, but they're going to get SMU for holding here. They're going to get SMU for holding. It's going to back them way up. Bobo is the reason Nico transferred. How did the ref miss that call in the Vanderbilt game when he's literally standing right there on the goal line? These referees are bad, man. These referees are real bad. Third and 21 for SMU after that holding penalty backs them up to the 25-yard line. Not a lot of plays for 3rd and 21. So what do? Throw it behind the line of scrimmage to a wide receiver, who then almost throws an interception. What in the world are they doing? You might as well kick a field goal on 3rd down before you run that dumb shit. What is going on? He clearly did, that clearly was not good. First they overturned the targeting in the Big Ten game, and now they uphold, what in the world? It's one thing for the referees to blow it on the field, but how do you get that wrong in replay? I can't believe they gave that. What in the world? SMU missed the field goal. I don't know. What in the world is happening here with these blown calls? It's unbelievable. I mean, a call gets blown on the field, you say, okay, whatever, judgment call, whatever. But when you go to replay and get that wrong, how does that happen? They review the field goal? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Need to clean house on these refs and make them answer to the NCAA, not individual conferences. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the problem for sure. This refereeing is just horrible. Ohio State takes a knee and ends the game. 38-14. Big win for Ohio State at home over Penn State. Ohio State stays undefeated. Penn State slips further into oblivion. Crashed out at halftime. All right, well, it's down to the SMU Miami game for these noon games. Refs are more brain dead than lose trolls. Damn. Wow, that's down real bad. That's down real bad there. Real bad. What time is it? I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay on for the end of this Miami game. I got to switch over to Patreon here in a few minutes. All right, Miami with the ball and a 3-point lead. Only 6:24 to go in the game. Handoff on first down. Picks up about 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Couple of first downs will probably end it for Miami. Does this mean Memphis will make the playoffs? You have to win your conference to make the playoffs. So nothing that happens today will determine which group of 5 team makes the playoffs. I'm going to take my ball and go to Patreon. Miami with a first down. Yeah, we're going to be moving the stream over to Patreon here in a few minutes for the 3:30 games. That's the link to the Patreon page. In about 10 minutes, there will be a link posted at the top of that Patreon page. Just click that link and it'll take you to the stream. It'll say Week 10 Patreon stream link. Just click that link and it'll take you to the 3:30 stream for Patreon. Carson Beck with a quarterback keep. Well, what are you doing, man? Quit running. What are you doing? Carson Beck running the ball now. Look at his dumbass, goofy motherfucker. Gained 3 or 4 yards. He runs like a baby giraffe. Texas trying to lose this. Diego may break out of poverty after all. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. 4.5 minutes and the clock is ticking for SMU Miami. Hey Lou, Bucks got the win. Hope you're well. Let's go Blue Jays for Game 7. It's a good day. Good luck to your dogs today. Yeah, I haven't bet on the baseball game tonight yet. I probably will. I took the Dodgers yesterday and that paid off. I don't know which way I'll go today. Just went on a beer run. 3rd and 5 for Miami. Back to throw all day in the pocket. Jesus. All day. Still running around. This is wild. Now throws deep. Caught. Inside the 30 to the 29. First down, Miami. They're already in field goal range. That's probably going to do it. That's probably going to do it. All right, I'm going to shut this stream down. I'll be over on Patreon in about 5 minutes. All right, give me about 5 minutes. I'll post a link on the Patreon page. Here's the link to Patreon one more time. That's the link to the Patreon page. In about 5 minutes, I'll post the live stream at the top of the Patreon page. It'll say Week 10 Patreon stream link. Just give me about 5 minutes. All right, see y'all over on Patreon.